Coming up on Mount News this morning, folks in one eastern Kentucky city gathered to honor the memory of a hometown hero. And Governor Andy Beshear pushes for people here in the Commonwealth to get vaccinated ahead of Thanksgiving celebrations.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good Monday morning to you at 6 o'clock, and it certainly is a Monday around here. I'm Dakota Makris. Let's check in with Brandon for a look at that forecast. Brandon, it is a Monday, and I'm feeling it, but the weather, at least the weather is pleasant right now. So
for right now. Yeah, it's going to drop, but the sunshine will be out later. It will make it look warmer, but not necessarily feel warmer. So let's take a look at our cameras this morning as we start out the door, starting in Corbin. I-75 there, you'll see a little bit of traffic overnight, but nothing else too major going on there. So slowly, and I mean slowly, clearing skies. We're already down to 36 in Moorhead. I'd say they're pretty clear up that way this morning. And then you see temperatures actually down to 39 in Wise too this morning. Everybody else in the 40s. Urban right there at 40. So I'd say that's where the clearing line is there, back out into parts of central and northern Kentucky. 55 the average high. Your daytime high was at midnight. We continue to fall as we head toward the morning hours there, eventually getting down to right around 41 by this morning. Record 72 set back on this day 38 years ago in 1983. Dakota?
Brandon, thank you. A camper was found dead in Wolfe County Sunday. Now around 8:30 in the morning, Wolfe County Search and Rescue Team officials say they received a call about a man unresponsive at a site near Hanson's Point. Upon responding to the call, they found a man dead inside his sleeping bag. The cause of death and identity of the man are unknown at this time. Well, Saturday in Pikeville, folks came out to run or walk in memory of a hometown hero. Officer Scotty Hamilton died in the line of duty in 2018, and soon after, folks in the community he served planned a run in support of the officer's family and to remember the man who gave his life to protect and serve the community he loved. The Scotty Hamilton Memorial Run was canceled in 2020 due to the pandemic and postponed this year for the same reason, but organizers say it felt great to be back to honor the fallen officer.
It means a lot to be able to do something for them and to have something to honor Scotty's memory. You know, he gave everything for his community.
Now, Jeff Elkins said there were more than 30 participants braving the frigid weather, and all of the donations taken during the race will go to Supporting Heroes, which is an organization that helps the families of fallen public safety officers in their times of need. Governor Andy Beshear and staff with Kentucky State Police recently celebrated the agency's honor guard for more than 40 years of dedicated service. The governor proclaimed November 11th as Kentucky State Police Honor Guard Day to mark their 40th anniversary. The Honor Guard unit represents KSP at various events such as parades, ceremonies, and more. One of the unit's most important duties is to provide funeral honors for retired troopers. The KSP Honor Guard currently has 13 members. One of the first Tuskegee Airmen to escort bombers in World War II received a special honor from the city of Detroit for his 100th birthday. The city gifted Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Jefferson a key to the city last week. Officials also unveiled plans for a new plaza and statue in his name. Jefferson served as a AP-51st fighter pilot with the Red Tail 332nd Fighter Group. The airmen overcame segregation and prejudice to become one of the most highly respected fighter groups in the war. The chance of death or stillbirth among pregnant COVID-19 patients increased when the Delta variant emerged. Those are the findings out of 2 studies out Friday. The first study is from the CDC, and it looks at more than 1 million deliveries. It shows women diagnosed with COVID-19 are more likely to suffer from a stillbirth, and that risk is increased when the Delta variant came on scene. The second study out of Mississippi shows deaths among pregnant COVID-19 patients increased when the Delta variant became dominant. That's based on data from more than 1,600 infected pregnant women. Well, pharmacies across the region are now preparing for an influx in COVID-19 booster appointments as all Kentucky adults are now eligible. On Wednesday, Governor Andy Beshear signed an executive order qualifying every Kentucky adult for a COVID-19 booster shot. Now, this would come 6 months after your second dose of Moderna or Pfizer, and pharmacies around the state have begun preparing for this influx for several weeks. One business in Bowling Green is Sheldon's Express Pharmacy, where staff say they have created a clinic just for vaccines.
You know, we've definitely seen that increase in all this, so we've made a clinic especially for COVID booster shots, so that way the patients can get in and out pretty quickly.
You can, of course, head over to your local pharmacy as a walk-in or give them a call or go to their website to make an appointment. Governor Beshear also said Wednesday Kentucky has seen a slight increase in cases and emphasized how important it is to get vaccinated and to get that booster to push immunity up. While the governor signed the executive order on Wednesday, he says boosters are the only way the virus will be kept at bay, especially with the holidays approaching. The governor says he's concerned about a possible COVID surge this holiday season if more people don't get vaccinated. About 2.3 million Kentuckians are fully vaccinated. Nearly 440,000 have received a booster shot. For healthcare worker Kevin Jones, the vaccine is extremely important because he had COVID. He was hospitalized for 10 days and was off work for 3 months.
Speaking from my perspective and my experience, I would hope they would. I would hope they would. It's very important that they do that. You know, I'm in agreement with it.
At least 5 other states so far have taken similar steps to expand booster eligibility. More than 8,000 Rowan County natives will soon have faster broadband. This is made possible through a $2 billion multi-year initiative through Kinetic by Windstream. Friday, Kinetic officials joined various community leaders for a ribbon-cutting ceremony at Rowan County Middle School to celebrate the latest fiber expansion in the Commonwealth. Officials said as a result of this expansion, Kinetic has or will have had fiber in every county it serves in Kentucky in the next couple of years. Lexington scored an A+ on a recent report card for LGBTQ+ equality. The Human Rights Campaign graded Lexington highly for its laws, policies, and services geared toward that community. The city earned the highest equality score in the entire state. Shelby Lofton breaks down the city's high marks and what local government is working on improving.
So this year we scored a perfect score.
City employee Craig Kamick says Lexington didn't always have a passing grade on the equality scorecard. He says 8 years ago, the city scored a 53.
They actually give kind of what we call extra points or extra bonus points. So we actually got 106, which is the highest in the state.
According to the breakdown from the Human Rights Campaign, Lexington was above average in most categories.
One of the big things that the city recently did was pass the conversion therapy ban. We've adjusted our contractor language to include anti-discrimination language.
The city was docked points in the employer benefits area. Kamick says Lexington still has some work to do.
And some bullying policies. You know, there's some things for the transgender community, our people of color within the LGBTQ community. We can always do, I don't think there's really huge transformational things, but little policies and little activities and little things that we can support that will make things better.
He says the recently repainted crosswalk and rainbow flags aren't counted as extra credit.
The purpose of those is just to really show everyone in our community that we are welcoming.
He says as a member of the LGBTQ community himself, he not only feels comfortable, but proud to live in Lexington. In Lexington, Shelby Lofton, WKYT.
Officials say the city's work group is finalizing recommendations to present to Mayor Linda Gorton. Now they say they're preparing a report of what has been done and what city leaders can do moving forward.
6:08 here on this Monday morning. I almost said Tuesday morning. I'm trying to jump ahead of the day here, but Monday morning, Thanksgiving week, and we're ready for the big holiday. Let's take a look, see what's going on out there right now. I-64, one of those spots that we believe is starting to clear some, but it's hard to tell, especially since the daylight has not broken yet. So we're keeping a close eye on this camera, and we'll let you know as we get a little closer. They were down to 36 up there, 39 in Wise this morning. A lot of low to mid 40s out there across the region, from 41 in Ashland to about 46 in Jacksboro. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're traveling. Temperatures, again, right around 41 this morning, but they'll continue to drop throughout the day into the 30s by later this afternoon as those skies start to clear gradually. But as we look ahead this week, we will see high pressure taking over starting today, and that will last through early Thursday before another system takes over there, and that could bring us some rain and maybe some snow chances by the end of this week. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. The time is now 6:09. More news is on the way. When we come back, a former South Carolina attorney is in more trouble after even more charges are filed against him.